channel, and here I'm going to show you how you can construct an ellipse using force center method. How to construct an ellipse using force center method when you are given the major axis and the distance between the two foci. So for the major axis, we are going to use 120 millimeters, and the distance between the two foci is 90 millimeters. Let's go and see how this construction can be done. Construction of an ellipse using force center method when we are given the major axis and the distance between the two foci. Now, what we need to do first is to draw a horizontal line. So we draw a horizontal line like this, and then we are to draw a vertical line. So just move away like this and draw a vertical line. So I have the vertical line like this. Okay, so we need to locate the distance between the two foci. So as I said, the distance between the two foci is 90 millimeters, which means that from this point, so if I call the point of intersection of these two lines as point O, that they intersect at point O here. Okay, so then the next thing that I'm going to do is that from O to the left side, I will take a measurement of 45 millimeters. Okay, then to the right side, I will take 45 millimeters, making it 90. Okay, so which means that this point is point F1. So I will call this point F1, and I will call this point, I will call it F2. So these are the two foci. Then from O again, I will take a measurement of 60 millimeters to the left and also to the right for the major axis that we are given. As I said, that the major axis is 120 millimeters. So from O to the left side, so we have 60 millimeters. We have 60 millimeters. And to the right side, we have 60 millimeters. This is 120 millimeters. I will call this point, I will call it point A. Okay, so this point, I will call it point B. So AB is the major axis. Okay, now we need to locate point C and D. So on this vertical line, which will give us the minor axis. How do we do that? So what we need to do now is that we take a measurement of OA or OB. So OA or OB, so distance from O to A or distance from O to B, so which is 60 millimeters. So we take this distance like this. Then I will raise it up and put it at F1 or F2. I can use either of the two. I can use OA, which is 60 millimeters, or OB, 60 millimeters. Then when I take that radius OA or OB, I will put the endpoint at F1 or I put it at F2, any one that I like. So then if I put it at F1 here, then I make an arc on this vertical line up here, and I also make an arc. Okay, so I also make an arc down here on this vertical line. So this point here now, this point and this point, so distance between this point, so I'll call this point, I'll call it point C, while this point I'll call it point G. Okay, so this is distance CD is equal to the minor axis, is equal to the minor axis. Okay, so we have located point C and point D, whose distance is equal to the minor axis. Okay, then the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to join AC together. So we join AC together like this. So we join AC together. We join AC together. So if I join AC like this, okay, then the next thing that I'm going to do is that with center O here, with center O here, so putting a pinpoint on my compass at O and extending it to point C here, then I'm going to draw an arc. So here I will draw an arc like this. Okay, so the arc midline AB at this point, I will call this point, I will call it point E. Okay, so this is point E here. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is that I will take distance AE with my compass. Take distance AE with my compass. Okay, so taking this distance AE, so like this, so I will raise it up with this radius, put the pinpoint at point C here, put put the midpoint at point C here, then I will make an arc on this line AC. So where this arc intersect line AC, so I will call this point, I will call it point G. Okay, so I call it point G. Then I'm going to bisect AG. I will bisect AG. So to bisect AG, I believe you know how to bisect any given line, how to divide any given line into two equal parts. So I want to bisect AG. So here I draw an arc here, and I draw an arc down here. So with the same radius, so putting it at G here. Okay, so then I draw an arc here, then I'll draw an arc here. Alright, so I'm going to join the point of intersection of the arcs together. That means I'm drawing a perpendicular bisector of distance AC, of line AC, AG, line AG. So here I'm going to draw the line. Okay, so draw the perpendicular bisector of AG like this. Okay, so this line that bisect distance AG, it meets this line CD extended, it meets it at this point. So this point here, so I'm going to call it point O. So I'll call it O3. Okay, then where this bisector of AG meet line AB, which is this point, so I will call it point O1. So here I'll call this O1. So what I need to do now is that I need to locate O2, so up here on this vertical line, sorry, O4 here on this vertical line, then O2, I will look for it here. How do I do that? So what I need to do is that from O2, from O1 to point O here, from O1 to point O here, so I will take this distance, so as a radius, okay. Alright, so then I'll put at this point O here, then I make an arc here. So this will give me O2. So this point is point O2 here. So here we have O2. So here, so this is O2. Then to get O4 up here, so what I will just do is that from this point O3, so I will extend my compass to point C here. I will extend my compass to point C. Okay. So extend it to point C here. Then I'll raise it up, put it exactly on D, then making an arc here. So this point here, so distance, this point is point O4. So I'll call this O4. So this distance CO4 or O4C is equal to O3D or DO3. So this is what we are going to get. So the four centers that we are going to use to construct this ellipse are center O1, center O2, center O3, and center O4. So now we can go on and draw the ellipse. So putting the midpoint of our compass at O1, putting it at O1 here, and I will extend it to point A here. So extend it to point A on the major axis. So as you can see here, so I will draw an arc. So it goes up like this, and I will take it down. So I will take it down here like this. You are not drawing everything. So, and then, so with the same, so radius at point O2 here. So at point O2, the same radius at O2 here. So extend it to point B. So here I will draw an arc. So it goes up like this. So I just stop it here, and then you draw it down here. So just stop it there here. So now, so with center O3, so extending it to this point C here. Extend it to point C on the vertical, so which is the major axis. So extend it to point C. Okay. So we have this. So I'll just join this together like this. Alright, so then it comes to this side like this. Alright, so then I will put it at O4, which is this point. Putting it at O4 here, so which is this point, and it goes like this. So passing through point D, and it also goes like this. So I have this. So this is how the ellipse will looks as simple as I've done it here. So this is how we are going to have the ellipse as simple as I've done it here. All you need to do is to practice. When practice it, you become a master at it. Thank you and God bless you.